Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. It's Patricia.
Hi, Patricia. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Good. Thank you, Barbara.
Let's just, how do I do this? Yeah, it's okay. Hi, Cheryl Lee. I think you've come to every one of the webinars.
I think I have.
You get a gold star.
Do I?
Plus A+ student.
It's nice to have something to look forward to, actually.
It's our scheduling, right?
That's right. Reason to get up in the morning, you know?
Oh, for sure. We have to keep those regiments going, don't we?
Yeah.
I just finished a conference call that started at, well, obviously 6:30 this morning, and I had Uganda, Rwanda, Nigeria, Canada, and who else was on the call? And Jordan.
Wow.
It was great, and it was so great because I could hear, you know, I had the chance to see what are other countries doing, what are they facing, and ladies and gentlemen, honestly, we are very lucky to be living in Canada.
I think we all know that, Barbara.
I know.
Sadly, I'm living in London. There we go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's just a reminder, you know, Michael, when you start hearing the things that are going on for people, it's like, wow. Now, I do not know where and why Alicia and dear Emma are not on the call.
Probably because it's not quite 5 o'clock or 5 o'clock our time.
2 minutes. There's something wrong. I don't understand.
She'll be here. I'm sure she'll be here.
No, but I'm controlling it. So where are they? I don't know. Christelle, I better find out what's going on.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Crystal. It's Patricia.
How we doing, everybody?
Good.
Good, good. Nice to see some smiles.
Yeah.
Glass of wine.
I just hope that it's
Oh,
not.
I need that.
Oh, there's Emma Jane. Thank you. I was worried there for a moment, Emma Jane. I thought, am I on the wrong call? Because I just finished another Zoom call, as I said, with African women and blah, blah, blah. So I didn't know if I was on the wrong Zoom call link. This is great. Emma, can you hear me? Emma Jane? Okay. Something's off here. I'm not sure what it is. All right. Let me just phone Alicia. I was on another call. Where are you?
Hi.
There she is.
Oh, very good.
Hey,
I was
hey,
worried.
guys.
Were you on another Zoom call with Alicia? Okay, great. All right, because we want to start. So, Michael, just so that you know, we've got people from Abbotsford, Prince Rupert, BC, Kitchener-Waterloo, Toronto, and I always get the county wrong, but I'll get it.
Buckinghamshire
I'll
and
get it.
Berkshire.
Okay, great. So it is my pleasure to welcome our webinar presenter today, Emma Jane Taylor. Thank you, Emma Jane, for being here. So what we normally do is try to give her at least 50 minutes to present. And then please use the chat box as questions come up for yourself that you want to ask at the end. We'll leave at least 10 minutes for questions at the end. And at the same time, we will also have this webinar recorded for you to be able to enjoy it at a later time as well. You know what I've never done, Marg? I should be slapped my hands, is I've never introduced myself. I am Barbara Mowat. I am the founder and president of GroYourBiz. So I see Michael there, so I thought I'd better do that part. So today's session is on the whole area of resilience and mental health support, looking at our well-being. And I know that I've heard Emma speak before. She's fabulous. And so her bio is quite long, as many of you received it. So I just want to highlight the fact that what Emma Jane has done in the UK and all over the world really is she has been on TV a number of times, podcasts, YouTube, on very, very important shows and getting lots of awards. And I guess what I want to really promote for her today is, and if you don't have the book, it's on Amazon, is her book, Don't Hold Back. Here it is. And it is, yeah, I have it too, sweetie. It's good, it's great. So I think that was where I really got to see another side of Emma Jane that really gave me and all these other people in the world, men and women, the opportunity to really understand what's important and to understand that we have a voice. So I'm not going to say anything more, but the beautiful Emma Jane Taylor is going to take over, and please welcome her. Emma Jane, go ahead.
Good afternoon or good morning to some of you. It's good afternoon for some of us here. It's lovely to be with you today. I know Mike's from the UK. Is there anyone else here from the UK?
I don't think so, but where's Tanya from? Tanya Dupre at the bottom.
I don't know.
Mark, do you know who Tanya is?
No, we don't know. There's Nikki.
He is Tanya Dupre Sullivan with Crack.
Oh, she's from Vancouver.
Okay, there you go.
And Nikki has just joined.
Nikki is a new Grow Your Biz member, Nikki Albrecht.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi there, Nikki. So I can't see faces for Marge, Tanya, or Nikki. I can now. Hi, Marge. And
Susie is our chair in wonderful Vaughan, Ontario. And Nikki is Nikki, I can't remember where you're from.
Mississauga.
That's right. And Michelle, where are you from?
Mississauga.
Perfect. Well, let's go for it, ladies. Go ahead.
Okay, are you ready for me, ladies and gentlemen?
I've switched it now.
So, I was really, we got a couple more people joining there. So I know we have a guy with us tonight. So I'm really pleased about that because this wasn't aimed at just women. So it's great that we have Mike with us, our token guy. Thank you, Mike, for joining. And Mike is from the UK. He's a poet, and he's going to be part of my presentation tonight. And he will share an important message with you all at the end. So. Thank you very much for coming today, and thank you for joining me. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to start with the presentation because that's what we're here for. It's all about positivity. Can you see that? Can you see this?
Yes. You might want, yeah, there, that's better.
Yeah. So today is all about positivity. So when I spoke to Barbara about doing this webinar, for me, it's about enjoying your positivity during the chaos. And that goes not just because of COVID, in life. It is really important for us to understand what the positives are in our life because we rattle along, life is so busy, and suddenly we're on this hamster wheel and we've forgotten to get off and actually soak up the positives around us. So how many times have you looked and not seen the opportunities right there in front of you? Or maybe you have always seen them, but you've not had the confidence and you've been too afraid to really grab these opportunities with both hands. So today I hope to help to make you think differently, to really look better at what is going on around you. Because if you could just stop, look around, you would hear and see a lot better. So I want you can talk these through with me, write them down, but I want you to list right now at this point in your life, 5 things that are positive to you. 5 things that make you feel good. Maybe 5 things that you can't live without. Or maybe they're 5 things that make you function every day. So just take a note, 5 things that you need in your life right now. And sometimes this exercise can be really easy. Sometimes it can be really difficult. It can be really confusing. Okay, so you've written your 5 things down. Now, out of those 5 positives, which one would you live without? Which one could you easily live without? This is often quite a hard question, but you know what? We didn't know we were going to go into lockdown, but we have, and we've survived, right? So do you know why you are taking this one positive away? You don't have to tell me. You can just write it down on your bit of paper. Maybe it is a positive, maybe it's something in your life that has always needed to be away from you. Maybe you've never really truly recognized that this is in your life for the wrong reasons. Okay, so you're now left with 4 things, right? So now you have 4 positives left. And now I want you to take one that you could actually live without away. And understand why you need to take this away. Maybe this is a tough question now. Maybe you now need to rethink the 5 positives that you originally started with. Maybe you need to change what is going on with your focus on your positives. Okay, so 5 has become 4. 4 has now become 3. Yeah? Okay, you've now got 3 positives left. Now I'd like you to put them in order, priority order. So putting them down, prioritizing these might not be so easy again. But I would like you to note why you have put 1 being the top, 2 obviously underneath. Why have you put them in this order? How are they making you feel? Have you always realized that you needed to change the positives around you? Or maybe now you're looking at them, you think, oh gosh, I've done 5 things that don't actually mean anything to me. Be clear about the things that matter to your life, to you, to no one else. This is all about you. So finding your positives. This is always a great focus to your success. Understanding your values, the whys and the wherefores, which is really essential to your professional purpose. This is a great way of focusing inwards, connecting, and maybe putting some boundaries into place around you. Maybe your top 5 need to be a top 10 list. Maybe you need to think outside of your box a little bit more. Maybe you need to look around because there's always a positive somewhere. If you're struggling to find a positive, then look at what you've got around you currently now. Okay, so I now want you to, on another piece, on that piece of paper, or turn it over, I want you to put in the middle of that bit of paper your name. And around your name, I want you to put 5 things about yourself, positive things about you. What kind of person are you? Are you mean? Are you nice? Are you kind? Are you unforgiving? Do you recognize who you are right now and what is going on in your life? Do you understand what is going on? Now you could have 1 thing, 2 things, 3 things, 10 things, but make sure they're all positive things that mean something to you about your personality. Once you've done that, draw a circle around that. And then on the next layer, I want you to write things around you that you enjoy doing, whatever that might be. 5, 10, 20, 30 positives around you that you now enjoy doing. you know, really understanding about who you are. So what kind of personality are you? What kind of things do you enjoy doing? Write them all down, get them all out there. See it, be visual, be clear. It could be as simple as walking the dog. It could be as simple as waking up in the morning and seeing a bright day outside. But what makes you feel good? Keep writing, get it all down there. It's great to see you all writing. Okay, so Carol at Advantage Print. Can you unmute yourself for me, please?
Sure.
Hi, Carol. Can you just give me 2 things that you feel are positive, or things that you enjoy doing?
That I enjoy doing?
Yeah.
I enjoy playing word games.
Word games, yeah. And one other thing?
Being with my cats.
Being with your pets. Okay, so how often do you play word games, Carol?
Daily.
Daily, great. And you like hanging out with your pets daily as well, right?
Absolutely.
Great. Is there anything on your list, Carol, that you like to do, you've put down there, but you don't do enough of it?
You mean based on?
Yeah, I mean, you could put, well, yeah, some things that you know, oh, let's forget COVID-19 for now. You know, maybe there's something there, you like hiking, you just haven't got to do it for 5 years. Is there something on your list that you haven't got to do, but you love doing?
Fishing.
Fishing. Okay,
Yeah.
so now put a star against that.
Okay.
When was the last time you went fishing, Carol?
Oh my gosh, it's been years.
Okay. What stops you from going fishing?
Goodness, I guess I would have to chase the opportunity and then have the finances.
So money.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's like where you are, but there are certain seasons here in the UK. If you have a fishing rod, you can just go and throw it into the river and go fish.
Yeah, I prefer, we can do both here in Prince Rupert. We can ocean fish and river fish.
Right.
I prefer ocean fishing.
Okay, so would you be satisfied with a bit of a river fish, or would you not buy that?
Yeah, no, I
okay, would. So that's something you could potentially do if the seasons are up and running, and you could go and throw a rod in and find the time to go and do it, because I'm assuming you have a rod.
No.
No, okay. So there you go. There's something we need to look at for you. And that's something that maybe you could add to your list of things you haven't done, but you'd like to do. Thank you, Carol. Crystal Mains. Hi, Crystal. So can you unmute yourself, please?
I can.
So Crystal, tell me, could you give me one thing on your list that you like to do that you know you haven't done for a long time?
Going to the beach.
Go to the beach, right, okay. Now, is that because of COVID-19, or you just don't, before COVID-19, you just weren't getting that chance to?
No, I just wasn't getting that time.
Why weren't you getting that time?
Not making the time, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's responsible for that? Me, Barbara, you, Michael, Shirley, Carol?
I'd like to say everybody else, but I know better and say it would be me.
Okay, so can you put a star by that for me, please?
Yes.
Shirley, can you unmute yourself, please? So Shirley, could you find one thing on your list that you know you'd like to do and you haven't been able to do for a long time?
Sewing.
Sewing. Well, and what stops you sewing?
I always feel like I should be doing something. I'm an artist, so I always feel like I should be painting instead.
Okay, so when you're not working, you're painting.
Well, I am work. That's my work.
So okay. So your work is your painting.
Yes.
And are you painting 24 hours a day?
I'd like to be. I feel guilty
Okay.
when I'm not.
So this is your business. This is your industry. Do you get paid for every hour of those 24 hours that you work?
No.
Okay. So when you look at what you're getting paid for and what you're working, is it balancing out?
No.
So could you buy some time back to satisfy yourself with something that you have been missing from your life that you know you enjoy, just for some downtime?
I've had to play some tricks on myself, like giving myself a holiday from painting so that I can do whatever I want. And then I usually end up painting anyways. But I have to, in my mind, I have to almost take a holiday from painting to do something else.
And who's in control of that?
Me, yes.
So taking that control back, doing things that you like to do, continue to build us up and help us become whole. So putting those positive things back into us. If you imagine ourselves as a pie chart with 3 pieces of a pie, we've got emotional fitness, emotional well-being, physical well-being, and mental well-being. Now, if one of those pie pieces is missing, we're not going to be whole. So looking at you and helping you function to be the best artist that gets paid for every hour that you work. To do all the things that you like to do, you need to put some emotional well-being into there. So by taking half an hour to sew once a week, I don't know how that would fit into your life. Maybe half an hour a day, maybe 10 minutes a day, every day, but finding something that gives you some satisfaction. Okay, one more person. Let's go to you, Marge. Hi, Marge. Can you unmute yourself?
There we are. Okay.
Hey there, Marge. So, Marge, is there something on your list that you know you'd like to be doing that you haven't done for a long time?
You know, everything on my list I've been doing, interestingly enough. The only one I haven't been doing much of, and it's due to COVID, is entertaining.
Okay, so there is a way around entertaining because we can do virtual reality, virtual activities.
Oh, well, then I have been entertaining because I had wine with friends last week.
Perfect. So if that's something that feeds you and helps you to remain positive, bring that into your life, Marge. Make it a social event every Thursday or Friday or whatever it is. Make sure you factor that in. Everyone brings a glass of wine and some nibbles, and you spend an hour drinking and eating and chatting through your week is important to you. Sewing is important to Cheryl. Word and pets is important to Carol, and Crystal needs to get to the beach. Every single one of us is going to have something different that makes us feel good. And so the part of that exercise is really making sure you do all those things. We're the only ones who are stopping ourselves from pushing forward to do all those things that we enjoy doing. Okay, guys, right. Draw a circle around that. Now, on the outside of that circle now, I'd like you to write all the things that you don't enjoy doing or you don't like. Personally, as an example, I don't like ironing. And I can't tolerate negativity. So what would you wrap around that last circle? And be completely honest. And be completely clear why you write those things down. I'm absolutely clear about the ironing. I hate it. My mother's fault. She used to do my ironing for me all the time. So I never, ever enjoyed it. Some of you might have more, some of you might have less. and understand the value of these negativities. I don't like being stuck in traffic. You know, I'm probably one of the most patient people I know. But when it comes to a traffic jam, there's another side of me that comes out. And as for the positives, all the negatives are going to be different for all of us. There's a lot of writing going on. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. And we'll find out in a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Michelle. Hey. Can you unmute yourself, sweetie?
Yep.
Okay, Michelle, there's a lot of concentration going on there.
Yes.
So give me one of your negatives.
I don't like vacuuming.
And do you vacuum?
Yes.
Because you have to vacuum? You don't have a cleaner? You don't have anyone who
Well,
can
not
help
now. Don't have a cleaner now. I was just going to get one too.
Okay, so vacuuming isn't something you enjoy.
No.
However, it's something that is part of your life.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know whether you could live without your house being vacuumed for the next 3 months. I couldn't. Some people can.
Yeah, it has.
And do you live? Are you living on your own, or do you have a partner?
No, I have a family. I have a husband and 2 kids.
Delegation. So, you know, the house needs vacuuming. Now, not everybody will vacuum your house quite like you, Michelle. And that's where we have to let go of some of the control. Because to be positive, we need to also understand the delegation part of the negative side of our life. So the vacuuming that you brought to the table here, something you don't enjoy. Now, if it's something you're never going to enjoy, you know, if you can't put your earphones on and have a good sing-song and vacuum around the house to Freddie Mercury, you know, then this is maybe the time that you get your family members involved. How old are your kids?
Oh, they're old enough.
They're old enough to vacuum.
One's an adult.
Okay. And so
you
there's
no excuse. Yeah.
So maybe so, you know, are you putting all this on you because it needs to be done and you're the one in the house that everyone looks to do the vacuuming?
It's also part of what you're talking about when nobody else does it up to my standards.
Yeah. And I hear you. I have that in my house, but I let go because there's things that I don't enjoy doing, but I can't be a control freak all the time. My world is not going to grow. My business is not going to grow. My personal life, my professional life is not going to get better unless I understand there are people out there who can do things as well as I can, maybe differently, maybe better, but differently to how I work things. So look at how this can delegate into your life. Is there anything else on that list? Cleaning.
No, it's raking leaves, but I don't do that actually.
So you get someone to do that for you.
That's been my husband doing that.
That's where the husband comes in.
Yells at me for not doing it, but it's something I really, actually, that's probably the one. Oh yeah, no.
Okay, so delegation. So taking away the fact it's vacuuming or raking, there's also letting go. Oh. Letting go a bit of that control. Are you a control freak, Michelle?
Yeah.
Are we all control freaks, right?
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, we all are.
Did everything myself, very independent.
Okay, so and now you have a partner, you have kids that are grown up, you're in a relationship you've probably been in for the million of years, but you can let go. You know, you can let go. What's your business, Michelle?
I am a jewelry designer, actually.
Can anyone design jewelry as good as you?
No.
Do you have anyone working with you?
I don't know. It's just me. And
would you like someone to work with you?
To a certain extent, yes. When I get to that, stage.
So if we can use the vacuuming with the growth of your business, when you get to that stage, that's when you can remember the conversation about the vacuuming. There is someone else there who can vacuum as good as I can. And that equates to being as good as jewelry. Different, but as good as.
Right.
I've understood the value of having people in my life who do things better than me now. Because when I've got people around me that do things better than me, my business and my life becomes a lot easier.
Right. Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, Michelle. Good luck with the vacuuming. Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Hey, anything to give me something on your negative list?
Admin work.
Ah, the dreaded admin. Oh, who does like admin? I love it, actually. Is it because you're not organized, Nikki?
I am not unorganized. I'm just chaos organized.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like I'm organized, but I know where everything is.
Okay. So what's your business, Nikki?
Visual merchandising marketing.
Okay. So, and you working on your own?
We have a company with employees.
So where are you sitting in that company?
Owner.
Okay. So you need to be organized for your team to function.
Yes.
And I'm guessing it's a successful business and the business is functioning well.
Yes.
Okay, so you're sat at the top. Could it be functioning any better?
Yes.
And does any of that come down to your admin duties?
Yes.
Does this go back to Michelle? No one can do that job as good as Nikki.
Used to, but not so much. Now it's.
So you've allowed to let go. So what is stopping you, Nikki, from getting your admin to be clockwork and running
actually
smoothly?
finding an admin that with cash flow I can keep on.
So you need someone to join you. So at the moment you're doing the admin.
Yes, I'm trying to get someone else. I'm trying to get our accounting team to take care of it as well. But then I get pushed aside because they get too busy. Okay, so are you vocal about this? Yes, absolutely. Okay, and does it get you anywhere? No. Okay, so when you're being vocal, are you asking for support in a positive way? Absolutely, and solutions. Okay, so when you're looking at what's going around you, this admin situation is becoming a problem. You're doing everything positively, you're doing everything with the right approach. So have you got a schedule in place to support the admin that you're doing right now? No, I guess not. So maybe then you need to take control of the schedule side of your admin. Does your admin involve the finances? Yes. Okay. And are you paying wages? Contract. You're doing it, yeah, okay. So you maybe need to get yourself a schedule. How that schedule looks will be bespoke to you. You need maybe to list down all the things that you need to do and how that's going to be actioned throughout the week, because that's obviously a big negative in your life and it's something that maybe pulls you back. Does it make you feel negative? Not negative, but added frustration. Okay, well, without knowing essentially everything that's going on in the business, my tip to turn that around is to put some positive scheduling onto the admins that you need to be doing. So, everything that you're doing and everything that's negative around you, can you put a boundary around that? Well, no, Nikki can't put a boundary around that. Michelle can put a boundary around hers because she can delegate that to somebody else. Can Nikki put a boundary around that? No. She needs to work out what that boundary is to her life. So maybe your scheduling is your boundary. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, right. Patricia, one more.
Hi, Patricia. Can you give me one of your negativities, please?
Oh, Emma, but if you allow me first to say, I love ironing.
Patricia, I'm sending it all over to you.
Gladly. And I learned to love ironing from my aunt in Britain. Okay.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Well,
sorry to hijack.
We're going to keep in touch, Patricia.
Okay, for sure, Emma. Okay, so as far as activities, I was trying to think of any of activities that I don't enjoy or I don't like, and I couldn't really come up with any. And I think it may be because I just don't sort of invite them into my life. But I've tried them, don't like them, don't do them anymore. But what I don't like is some behaviors. One of them is the superficial competition that we come across sometimes, and the gossip that comes along with that as well.
Okay, so this is a great one. This is where we can really put boundaries around into our life. So the purpose of doing the positives, the life bubble, is for you to really see. I'm doing an exercise that you probably all know and understand and realize it is necessary for your life, but actually when you start seeing it, you know, if there's noise from unnecessary competition or gossips, is it important? Is it going to make your life successful, Patricia?
Oh, definitely not. Definitely
is it going to make your personal life better? No. Is it going to make your professional life grow? No, because when you stay down here in the weeds with the noise and the negativity, you're going to grow into the weeds. Mm-hmm. We need to go into a forest and bloom. Mm-hmm. So we need to step away from that negativity. We need to nourish ourselves with good people, good situations, good schedules, family helping us ironing. So we need to make sure we put those things into place. So like you, Patricia, and I'm sure everybody else on this call tonight, there are people that can be around us that make us feel like we're hanging around in the weeds, but never for very long in my life. I would sidestep kindly and positively and move to one side to be who I need to be in my life. So putting in a boundary that could give you better possibilities. The people who talk, who compete, are never they're gonna hold you back. And we don't need to be held back, none of us, right? None of us here in this room tonight need to be held back by anybody. We're doing that enough on our own just by what you're doing and sharing with me tonight, right? Why do you need anyone else to hold you back? So always with kindness in my world. If someone isn't behaving or treating me in a way that makes me feel good, I would laterally sidestep, positively, kindly, and move away. Hello, goodbye, hope you're okay, leave it there. But I wouldn't entertain business. I wouldn't entertain relationships. I wouldn't entertain collaborations, because why would you want to do that? Mm-hmm. So this is where putting a tight boundary around your life would be really important to who you are, what you're doing, and your success in life. Does that help?
Oh, definitely. Yes. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah. And I think it's, you know, I'm not teaching you to suck eggs here, guys. It's just reinforcing what is important and what is positive. Okay, so you've got your life bubble there. Now, on the outside of the circle, you've got all the negatives and all the things you don't enjoy. Do you feel like they are overpowering your life? And I'm going to ask that too. Is Susie there? Susie Graff? I can see her picture, but I can't see if she's on with us.
Hi, yes, I'm here. Hi there.
Oh, hey, Susie.
Hi.
So Susie, nice to meet you. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
So Susie, when you look at the circle on the outside, the negative circle, do you feel like your life is being drowned out a little bit by the negative circle?
I'm not sure drowned out is the right way to say it. I think I think just recognizing some of the negativity is the most important thing, and to work sort
and
of.
so until we did this exercise tonight, would you have recognized that negativity to your life as much as you have written down?
I'm not, yeah, you know, I feel like I kind of go through that exercise in my head sometimes, like about the negative
well, that's
things.
great. That's great. Well done
and
to
I
you.
try to put them in perspective.
So if you're looking at, if you're looking at the screen, and here is the life bubble. Yeah, you've got the life bubble similar to that. In the middle, you've got you, who you are. On the outside of that, you've got all your positives, and on the outside of that, you've got your negatives. Now, if you imagine that being a 3D layered, and you pulled that middle bit up, it becomes like a 3-tiered cake, right? At the top of that is you. Underneath you are your values. Underneath that are your positives, and at the very bottom are your negatives. So now you're looking at that. Can you then see Susie and everybody else, but Susie I've got online with me. So Susie, if you pull this all the way up, do you feel that you sit on the top of your life bubble at the moment positively?
I think I do. Are we supposed to see a different screen? I'm still seeing the.
Oh, okay. You're still seeing the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you imagine your life bubble, you've got 3 circles there. Pull up the middle one. At the top, it's you. Underneath that, it's your values, who you are. Underneath that is your positives, and so if you imagine it as a 3-tiered cake, the negatives at the bottom. Now, are the negatives at the bottom behind you, or are they at the top? Are you feeling balanced, Susie?
It depends on the day. And it depends on the issue at hand. And that's honesty. You know, sometimes the negative can overwhelm, for sure. I mean, think of what we're going through, for sure.
Right.
But, you know, I think if I were to be honest, I think they are mostly behind me.
Okay, that's great. So this is where we need to find our positives through the chaos. So ladies and gentlemen, underneath you, at the very bottom of your world, in your cake, you have your negatives. Fill your boots up with the positives. Fill yourself up with the good people. Fill yourself up with the possibilities, the opportunities. If something is coming in your way that's making you feel not so good, maybe Michelle, your husband's coming in, the house needs hoovering. Well, actually, do you know what? I'm going to create a rostra. We're going to delegate here, because I need to be the best me, because you, your husband, your kids, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, we need to be the best us at any given time. Now, if the admin isn't helping Nikki, the hoovering, the sewing or the beach, and you're not doing all the things that you can do, what can you do to make your life better? So Mike, welcome, a man. Unmute yourself, please. So Mike, when you're looking at your life bubble, do you feel that you've got the positives up with you, or do you feel like the negatives are outweighing that at the moment?
No, the positives are there, because I know the negatives are there. And it's a bit like Susie just said, some days are good, some days are bad, but I accept them. So rather than pretending they're not there, they are there. I can just cope with them by using the positives of the bit in the middle.
Okay, so that's good. So you're recognizing it, which is a great thing.
Don't deny them. You have to accept the fact there are those. There'll always be negatives. It's how you handle them.
Okay, and that's very true. So thank you, Mike. So there are always going to be negatives. It's how you handle them. It's not what you have. It's not, you don't have to look at what you don't have. Look at what you have. And especially right now. So whether it's from a personal point of view or a professional point of view, look at what you have. So look at that, the characteristics of the person you are. You know, did you struggle to write that? You know, are you recognizing that you're a good, kind, loyal, trustworthy, friendly, genuine, funny person? Or can you not see that about yourself right now? Do you also recognize the goodness in your life? You know, I like walking my dog, so I still go out for a walk every day because we can still here in the UK. I don't know about you guys, but we can still go out for a walk. I like cleaning. I hate ironing. So I clean. Someone else irons. I don't like arguing. So if I get to a point where there's an argument, I distill that straight away. We need to talk. Or I'm sorry, this has got to a point of an argument. Let's sit down and talk to it. Because I am not prepared to drain myself with negativity in a negative time. It's already hard enough. We're on lockdown. We can't just get in the car and drive off. We can't just go to the shops and spend all our partner's money. We can't just go and sit in a restaurant and drink tea or whatever it is you want to do. We can't do that. So distill things quickly. By recognizing the positivity around you, you will understand the values of the negativity in your life, because you can understand how you can make that better. You can understand how that can be flipped around. Are you at the moment engaged with your personal and professional projects? Are you understanding how you can change, adapt, or even open new doors? Because yes, it can still happen. We can still open new doors to bigger opportunities in our life. So looking at the value, are you valuing the right things? Are you maybe spending too much time on the negative side of your life? And is it easier to do that because you don't want to focus on the good things around you because you're scared of where that might lead? So thinking about your business, your professional life now, what are you doing to change things up? Are you offering complimentary offers to retain the business and the clientele that you've got? Have you got any exercises as a thank you for the other side? I want to come out of this, the other side, stronger with bigger opportunities. And let me tell you, I already have that door open and happening. So we all need nurturing. We all need to grow because we've all come into this together. No one really knows what to do because we've never done this before. But personally, I will continue looking on the positives around me. I'm looking at collaborations, Patricia. I don't want competition right now. In fact, I don't ever want competition. I want collaboration. So if people want to put some competition in front of me, poof, I can just walk away. I can put a boundary out there because I am going to collaborate for me, for that other person in that business. What is your business going to look like post-COVID-19? Are you facing this with strength or fear and trepidation? So really look at what's behind you. So now you've got your 3 positives. These are the things I need in my life. 1, 2, 3. So for me, it would be my daughter, a roof over my head, and my family. Now, I know I need those 3 things before I can really start looking at the kind of woman that I am. I know I'm a kind, loyal, trusting, honest person who likes to walk her dog, to be healthy, to read, enjoying sunny days. I like to be creative. I like to hang out with my friends. Now it's virtual. I like to earn money, and I still am, but I'm also giving back where I can. And by giving back, I'm growing new opportunities. I love to spend time with my family. I can't do that so much. I can do that virtually. All the things that I hate doing, I understand how I can flip it to positives. And I understand that I need to be heard, not just listened to. And by being heard, I can also be the change. I can focus inward and watch my world grow and develop. Because I can let go and understand that my failures are lessons. I'm Emma Jane Taylor, Managing Director of the Works Company. It's been a real pleasure to be with you here today. Thank you very much for giving me the time. I hope that it's given you food for thought, and I hope that you can enjoy the failures because they are our biggest lesson. Just look and listen a little bit harder. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Let's go to the chat to see what kind of questions have come up. I can't. Why is my screen not showing them all? I'm not sure.
Okay, so I have got Tanya. Oh, I got Carol. I like a roof over my head, food in my fridge, long distance friend, sunshine, cats. I could live without sunshine. Alicia, my cat and my dog, but I can live without TV shows.
Okay. I like Shirley. Is there any benefit to changing your attitude towards what you don't like? Saying to yourself, for example, I love ironing. Well, but changing attitude is a big one.
Yeah. So Shirley, at 48 or 47, nearly 48 years old, I have tried the I love ironing many times. And after 4 hours of trying to iron my knickers and not getting very far, I just have to understand it's no value to my life. It offers me nothing. So I put positivity on difficult situations when they add value to my life. Ironing adds no value to my life. I like my clothes to be ironed, but it doesn't add any value to my life.
So you're okay to let it go?
I'm okay to let it go. I think Shirley's gone.
No.
Oh no, there she is. There she is.
Yes. It's Shirley. Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Shirley, you need to unmute yourself.
Okay. Oh, there. Okay.
Yes.
But maybe you need to change your attitude about wrinkles. Maybe you need to embrace wrinkles.
Well, I do that with the rest of my body.
And on
it's
that,
maybe not as smooth and unwrinkly as I'd hoped it would be at 47 years old. And there's certain things I like to be ironed, but there's certain things that I can do without being ironed. But it really, I soak up and enjoy everything.
Yeah.
If I may, it's Susie. I no longer buy things that need to be ironed. I don't enjoy ironing. And so I just stay away from the whole issue altogether as much as I can. I have not taken out an ironing board or an iron in, I would say, a year. Just saying.
Well, I don't think I've picked up an iron for a long time, but I like your style, Susie. I think that's great.
Actually, that's why I never really got into linen, because linen was always creased, right? And that was
cotton like that. Yeah.
That was a sign of elegance and expensive. But I've never liked linen for that very reason, because I don't like wrinkles.
Right. That's interesting.
I have to share something that my last call, when I was speaking with Dr. Mamouna Kadiri, who is a mental health, Pinnacle Medical Services, and a mental health person. And she's going to listen to this webinar, Emma Jane. I want her to connect with you. But one of the things that she said is, and we were talking about how's COVID, she said, one of the things that she is looking at is being healthier and convincing people to be healthier in body, mind, and soul. And she knows that after COVID, she's going to come out more sane. And the other thing that she shared, which I think, I don't know, but I'm certainly seeing it, that among all this turbulence and among all this chaos, I am seeing that people are more kinder and more empathic.
I think it's really interesting. I had an interview earlier today. I was talking to someone. We were talking about mental health, actually, and one of my guests said, she used a word which I'm going to share with you because I'm going to take this into my next life. She said, there's a lot of people out there who are really generous, really kind, and really giving, but there are some people, she said, who are, how should I put this? They're a bit salty. I said, I don't know what that means, but I love it, because I would say I've seen nothing but positivity around me, but there have been a few salty people and a few greedy people who have no manners. Now, I had someone ring me up out of the blue, a colleague or an acquaintance through work, who I know every time we have a call, they'll be, can you do this and can you do that? So we had this call. And we come into the end and I said, so where's the bomb? She said, oh, there is none. I just wanted to ring to say hi and check in and see if you were okay. And I was like, wow. Because the day before, someone had contacted me saying, Emma Jane, could you share this product I'm doing? It's 50%. this is what I'm doing, thank you. Oh, not even thank you. Cheers, went. No, how are you? Can I share your product? No, hope you're keeping well. And I think greed is making people quite desperate, and manners are going out the window. So if I can also share one thing, I think kindness, gratitude, appreciation is really important. And now this may be a good time for me to bring Mike in, because Mike is a poet, and Mike sends every day a poem to me, and he shares it on the COVID-19 local group here, and he has a website. Mike is on lockdown because of his own health. And I love that he shares it. I can't always read them until later on in the day, but I love that he gives back so much. And my appreciation for that is, I want to respond. And now he's become a feature on one of my radio shows. I don't know how that happened, but I've suddenly made him a feature. He's like, oh, suddenly I'm a feature on your show. But it's great because, he can't get out of his house at all. Mike lives on his own. And to be able to support Mike any way I can as a friend and a colleague is really important to me. I can't do a lot to help people at the moment. I can't go and help at hospitals. I can't go to charity events. I can't give back, but I can give back my platform. And by doing this with Mike, I hopefully give Mike something else to think about, right? To be involved with. And I love that he's connected with my world now, because some of the things I'm getting involved with, he can share. And here is Mike. He's got a poem today about positivity. So when you're ready, Mike, share with the ladies.
Share with the ladies. Okay, yeah. And I love the fact that I'm part of this, by the way, EJ. And I write a daily poem to everyone about something that's going on. And this is one written for you, EJ. And it's called Focus, Not Chaos. We live in a world that's crazy right now. We live in a world full of stress. But don't let that define you. Take control of your life. Take control with positiveness. We need a balance in the things that we do. Find structure about our day. With just little changes, you will see what I mean, and listen to what I say. Education is key to understand you, how you tick and you talk as you go, but not just with your body, but also your mind. Exercise will so help you flow. Be in touch with the outside, the wonderful air. Breathe nature and soak all you can. The sun shines for you to warm your heart. Be focused from where you began. In touch with the child, the innocent child, free from chaos and heartache and strife. Stay with us, we're with you. Shake bad things away. Look forward for the rest of your life. There's your poem, EJ. You're welcome.
Michael, I have an idea. I don't know if you have that on. Do you have a video clip of your poem that you just said?
No, I have no video clip of it other than what you've just seen. And I write every day. So I write a poem every day, and I did one today on the internet, and so there's about 25 already gone out on a daily basis. But that's a separate one for EJ and for today.
Well, I'm just wondering, I'm putting the closure on our weekly digest called Tips for Tough Times. This is week 4. Tomorrow on Friday, it will go out. But if there is an opportunity to promote your poems, and the one that you just did, I could tie it into Emma's session that she just did with us, and anything is possible. So I'm wondering, Alicia, can we take what Michael just did as a can we take Michael out of this session and just have him speak to that and make a link to that video to make a link to his poem?
Yes, I'll contact Angeline to help me out with it.
Awesome. So
Mike, share all your contact details, and Alicia will be in touch.
Who do I share them with?
So Alicia will be in touch with you.
Okay, and I'll give you my website. Yeah, no problem.
And if there's anything you're trying to promote in terms of your poetry that you're doing every day,
let's make sure that we stay in touch and
well,
share.
I can share my, if I have a platform to share my poems on a daily basis, I'll just expand it, because I can't do much to help other people. And a friend said, why don't you do that on one poem? And then there was so much positive feedback and that you cheered me up. I just started on. So now I have to do one every morning, and people look for it, which is lovely. So I'm more than happy to expand so you can receive the daily poem and share it wherever you want. And it's not specific to England. It's just a poem about what's going on. I have no idea how long they'll go on for either. It could be another 30 days.
And also this could be a real turning point in your life, Mike. And, you know, if I can give anything back, I always want to support and share, and, you know, and to connect you here with these ladies and Barbara and Alicia, who can take you a bit further with it. Possibly, you know, we've done what we can.
So just a second, Alicia, put your video on. Put your video on. Susie, you do the same thing. I'm going to take a photograph of this, of all of us on the screen. If I can do this. There we go. So at least you'll be on. If we can use this, this will be
Smile.
Great. There we go, ladies. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you so much, Emma. Any last minute questions for Emma? It's 9:57. We're right on time. Thank you. Thank you, Emma.
It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, and I hope that you can take those positives. In my book, you'll have everything you need, hard sell there, and continue.
Promoting it too. It will be
and continue to develop your worlds, girls, and all positively, kindly, and with a smile.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, Michael, for joining us, and enjoy the comfort of your home, and we'll enjoy your poetry. Let me see if I get it in this week's Tips for Tough Times issue digest. Are you getting it, Emma? Are you?
Yeah, I get everything.
All right, great. Just doing a plug-in for that, because we need to keep everybody up to date on what's happening in this world.
Brilliant. Well, good luck, everybody. See you again. Stay safe. Stay safe.
Bye.